This is a quick diagram of the system setup. Uh, just thought that maybe will help a little bit better to have a image of the circuit cabling and connectors. So basically, battery number one is the main battery to the Defender to operate all the vehicle systems. I'm using battery number two for auxiliaries. Anything that I want to add to the car will be coming out of battery two, such as things as refrigerator, fog lights, any ambient lights, etc., etc. I'm adding also a DC AC converter 500 watt to this battery, which is going to be feeding my Bluetti power bank, which is a 1800 watt power bank that I'll be using for the refrigerator. As you can see, basically the positive line coming from the alternator into the main battery splits here and goes into the VSR converter. Unit, the VSR unit. I have a fuse in this line and I have a breaker, switch breaker for added safety. The same coming into a second battery. I have a fuse here also for safety. There is a ground cable that comes from the VSR. This ground cable has to be connected directly to the negative pole of the auxiliary battery. The setup between the two batteries is a straightforward parallel system. The negative connects to the negative here to ground, or you can have a separate ground directly to ground. Either way, it works fine. And pretty much that's the setup. There's no any complicated systems in here. It's straightforward for basic functions of auxiliary accessories. Um, this setup is pretty straightforward. It's not to be running large equipment. It's basically a auxiliary battery to run auxiliary accessories in the car for camping, weekend camping, and things like that. For example, fog lights, other area lights, refrigerator, etc. The setup is basically consists of two batteries, each one of the same rating. They are AGM batteries, 120 reserve capacity and 68 amps per hour each one. The batteries are brand new. I replaced the old one with these two new batteries. They're made by Duralast. It's not a high-end battery, but it is a well-rated battery. And I have had really good experience with these batteries before. And I like them. I just like them. They've been very well and loyal to me in any occasion that I've been needed the battery. So this here is the main battery. This is battery one, which is the battery that runs the car in general. I have installed a disconnect switch here on the negative pole just to disconnect the system in case I need to cut off the power to the car at any time. And this is the second battery, which is basically the auxiliary battery that is being charged by the system, by the car, and sharing the load between the one main battery and second auxiliary battery. I've used the VSR digital controller for having an even spread of voltage throughout the system, so that way I can keep both batteries charged at the same level, and they also back up to each other in case there is a little bit of a failure in voltage, either one, they will be backing up each other. And then later on, when I go camping and I need my second battery, I can disconnect it if I want to directly. I install a breaker switch here in the main line to the VSR. I can cut off the power here to the main battery, that way I don't draw any voltage from the battery number one. Also, I have installed a fuse to provide more safety for the system, and the VSR is also provided with another fuse on this side, on the auxiliary side, just to add more safety. So pretty straightforward, no big deal. It took a lot more time to try to set up the battery rack on the bottom of the container here, just to make sure I keep these batteries tight and in place, and they don't go anywhere in case I need to go off-roading or you know, run into bumps, etc., etc., etc. Now, one thing I've noticed is the car, the Defender definitely has more power. I mean, I can tell just by the way it starts up. The power goes into the starter motor very, very easily and quickly, and the car just starts up very fast. So I run a test. The VSR is on automatic right now. It's on automatic mode. I'm going to turn on the Defender just so you can hear how quickly it comes on. And that's how fast it went. And the VSR started already. As you can see, it's reading 14.3.2 volts at idle. And typically when I'm driving, I'm getting around 13.2, 13.1 on my other voltage readers. I have voltmeters. Like for example, right here, you can see it's reading 14.1.2 on the other side, inside the Defender. So pretty good. Good setup, easy to do, no big deal. It's just labor intensive because you have to really create your own battery base so you can tie up your batteries well to the body of the car, and they're safe and sound and they don't go anywhere. Okay, well, hope you enjoy this video, and if you have any questions or comments, just drop them down in the comment section, and please don't forget to subscribe and like. Remember, subscribing to the video channel doesn't cost you anything. It's just a matter of having more public support to watch these videos, and definitely helps us grow the channel and hopefully spread the word around, so we can continue moving on into other adventures. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.